The following contest.
The Lunatic Fringe!
Making his way to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, Dean Ambrose.
Sure, this guy's fit to be tied, but his resume speaks for itself. The guy may sleep in a bedroom with padded walls, but one thing is undeniable. When Ambrose steps inside the ring, he is dangerous and one of the best in recent history.
And his opponent, from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds.
Now look at this. Uh-oh, here we go.
The Great One is here. Byron Saxton, are you excited? It doesn't matter.
Come on, negotiations are broken down and we now have a war on our hands.
Yeah, they couldn't wait to get...
Harsh impact. Guys, when The Rock first broke into WWE, he was often referred to as a blue chipper. And given his legendary lineage, it's easy to see why so much was expected from him right from the start. As Byron mentioned, The Rock comes from a long line of successful Samoan superstars, including former WWE Tag Team Champion Rocky Johnson, grandfather High Chief Peter Maivia, both of whom are WWE Hall of Famers.
And with respect to those legends, I'd say it's The Rock and his multiple World Championship reigns and WrestleMania main events who shine the bright. Really working over the body.
Bulldog! The Rock may be in a bad way here. Even when he's not scheduled for a match, The Rock can still make WrestleMania history. There's the year he hosted, of course, but his appearances at WrestleMania 31 and 32 were legendary, too. That's true, Michael. In 2015, The Rock was confronted by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon when he recruited none other than Ronda Rousey to even up the odds in front of a Bay Area crowd, not far from where the Great One was born. It was amazing.
Until you brought up The Rock at WrestleMania 31, and forgive me for being less enthused, why celebrate a pair of egotistical movie stars like Rousey and Rock attacking our hard-working bosses, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon?
Because the authorities started it, but The Rock topped it at WrestleMania 32. At the first WrestleMania I ever announced on, The Rock accepted an impromptu match against Rowan and beat the Bearded Brute in just 6 seconds, a WrestleMania record. The Rock has an impressive in-ring resume that puts him in the discussion for the greatest WWE superstar of all time. But he's matched with a movie career that cemented the Great One as the top leading man in Hollywood.
You name the film genre, The Rock has conquered it. Hilarious comedies, high-octane car movies, summer action flicks. They've all made The Rock a billion-dollar man in Hollywood.
Michael, Corey, you both discussed The Rock's dominance on the big screen, and I have to point out that he brought his stardom full circle when he actually produced a movie about Paige's career.
Now, I actually caught an advanced screening of the movie and loved every minute of it, but if The Rock wants another great WWE story, how about the inspirational tale of how I became the greatest announcer in WWE history despite being held back by working with you, Byron?
Back in from the apron.
Thunderous slam.
Guys, when The Rock first broke into WWE, he was often referred to as a blue chipper. And given his legendary lineage, it's easy to see why so much was expected from him right from the start. Oh, my. Here's Dean Ambrose in position now. As Byron mentioned, The Rock comes from a long line of successful Samoan superstars, including former WWE Tag Team Champion Rocky Johnson, grandfather High Chief Peter Maivia, both of whom are WWE Hall of Famers.
And with respect to those legends, I'd say it's The Rock and his multiple World Championship reigns and WrestleMania main events who shined the brightest.
Vertical suplex. Nice. He's lining him up.
Stay down, man.
Guys, let me take you back to Dean Ambrose's short time as Mr. Money in the Bank. It's rare to win the briefcase and cash it in on the same night, but that is exactly what Dean Ambrose did.
A rare feat from a rare man, no doubt. Just further proof that the only thing you can expect from Ambrose is the unexpected.
The Rock turns it around. There he goes, crashing to the floor. We're reflecting on Dean Ambrose's epic Money in the Bank cash-in. It was certainly a surprise to everyone. It wasn't the first or last time the lunatic fringe would shock the WWE Universe.
We can't understate how stunned Seth Rollins was that night when Dean Ambrose attacked from behind and claimed the WWE Championship.
There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table. Oh, my God. He made this table match one for the ages.
Let's look back on the action from the last match.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Hardcore Champion, Dean Ambrose.
That'll do it, and it's Dean Ambrose ending the night with his hand raised.
A much
The following contest is a tables match.
The Nature Boy
And his opponent
has entered the building.
from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
And I can't help but wonder how the champ's game plan differs, if at all, knowing that the title is not on the line here tonight.
Ooh, what impact. Steve Austin is looking for the ending of this matchup.
He'd be wise to stay right there.
Bell clap. Steve Austin is looking for the ending of this matchup.
He doesn't look too eager to get up, and I don't blame him.
A knee drop.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Steve Austin is looking for the ending of this matchup.
You better stay right where he is.
Most WWE champions had to overcome a single opponent to claim the biggest prize in the game. Some had to overcome a triple threat, a fatal four-way, or even 5 other men in the Elimination Chamber. But Ric Flair beat 29 other men to win his first WWE title at the 1992 Royal Rumble.
Don't you dare get up, man.
Sharp knee.
Michael mentioned Ric Flair's performance at the 1992 Royal Rumble. He literally outlasted everyone since he entered the match at number 3 as the first 2 entrants fought and was there to toss out the final competitor as well.
That's true, Saxon. It's impressive to win the Rumble at any spot, but Ric Flair was in there with every single competitor and outlasted them all. It was a performance truly worthy of the WWE Championship.
Oh, look at this, locked in, submission move here. If you look up the word champion in the dictionary, there should be a full-page picture of Ric Flair in his diamond sequin robe and that classic WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
And no luck against Flair there.
Are you surprised?
Is there anybody more outgoing than the Nature Boy?
And stomping away in the corner.
Returning to your point about Ric Flair being champion, Michael, Flair's amazing body of work spans the globe and is the symbol of excellence in sports entertainment. And he was the first superstar to become a 16-time world champion.
There's one other word that should be linked to Ric Flair, fellas, and that's best. The Nature Boy spent 34 years as one of this industry's top guys. It's only fitting that he passed his excellence down to his daughter, the Queen.
And he's heading back in.
And no luck against Flair there.
Are you surprised?
Oh, clothesline! Steve Austin is looking for the ending of this matchup.
He'd be smart to stay put there.
Now it's Stone. Oh, looking a little easy. You have to wonder if he could recover from this, guys.
In a back-and-forth match like this, he has to do everything in his power not to let his opponent gain too much.
Table in play.
Good golly, what a knee. He has him right where he wants him.
See if he takes the bait.
Oh, my God.
Stone Cold Steve Austin cut his teeth in the rings of Dallas and Memphis before landing in WCW. As stunning Steve Austin, he was a Hollywood blonde and feared as a television and United States.
Oh my goodness!
You got to wear your opponent down. Find that little weakness that could help you end up with a victory. Steve Austin changed the face of sports entertainment forever when Austin defeated Jake the Snake Roberts at the 1996 King of the Ring and launched the phenomenon known as Austin 316. No one had any idea what was about to happen.
Stone Cold Steve Austin turned WWE on its ear and took on the likes of Bret the Hitman Hart, Mr. McMahon, The Undertaker, and The Rock, while handing out Stone Cold Stunners and drinking Steve Weisers. Austin's a decorated WWE champion, Intercontinental champion, and World Tag Team champion with different partners.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Got the leg, dragon screw. Shoulder tackle. What a stomp. Good grief. He might have it.
Steve Austin doing a great job of turning that around.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilized when Terry Funk planted Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestle War 89 pay-per-view. And something happened in sports entertainment in the early 90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW superstars crashed through tables all the time.
And what was going on in Philadelphia caused a craze of wood being turned into wood chips thanks to tables matches. In order to win a tables match, a competitor must be the first person to put their opponent through a table. We've also witnessed brutality evolve and superstars crash through flaming tables.
Oh, so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Nailed it. And that one drops him.
Somebody's on a mission tonight.
Here he goes.
Stone Cold Stunner. Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Stone Cold can draw the curtains on this fight.
He's almost got him.
Beautiful technique. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Oh, and he connects. There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
I don't believe it.
And that table can shorten careers, Michael.
Stone Cold is in bad shape right now. There may be no coming back from this. He has got to fight back.
Oh, man, he has plenty of reason to be concerned here, guys. But you know what? So does his opposition. This is about as close as it gets.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal, I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it.
And no luck against Flair there.
Are you surprised?
Slam!
Oh, and a terrific reversal by Steve Austin.
I don't believe it.
And that table can shorten careers, Michael.
He's calling for it.
He can't withstand one bit more.
lariat.
Yeah, we all know he's a guy with great skill and endurance. The end is near for him. Spaghetti legs starting to kick in here, guys, which means we're likely nearing the end of this tables match.
Here it is. I don't know if he'll fully recover from this tables match.
Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
All I can say is thankfully that match is over. That had to be one of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen.